Hello, I'm Crafty Phoebe. Thank you for joining me today. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in South Florida. Today we're going to use a stamp set called Symmetry, and we're going to make a couple of cards together with a kind of a Scandinavian folk art look. Let's get started. So what we have is a stitched die. I've already created a die for you here. This square is about 3.5 inches square. And we have our Symmetry set. We also have some Stitched So Sweetly dies, just in case we need some pretty sentiments. And with Scandinavian folk art, I found a few different things. I noticed a few different things. So in order to place our stamps in the right position, we're going to go ahead and use a stamp positioner. And I noticed that they have the same little thing in every corner in the same direction. It's very symmetrical and repetitive. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my stamp here. I'm going to stamp a flower right here. We have little flowers like a tulip and a little flower. And this time I'm going to use the tulip. That's another thing that I found, that I saw a lot in the Scandinavian folk art that I looked at. So I'm going to carefully put this thing right in the corner. And it sticks to my nails. That's funny. There you go. So I'm going to grab that with my stamp positioner. Okay. And another thing I found in the folk art that I looked at is that they use 2 shades of the same color. So I have 2 shades of blue. I have the pink, and I'm going to use another shade that's lighter, if I can find it. And I'm going to have 2 shades of green as well. So they use shades of the same color. Another thing that I found is that they use leaves in repeating layers, the same leaf kind of ladders repeated like that. And so that's what I'm going to try to do now. As soon as I'm done with my little tulips, I'm going to surround them with that the smaller double leaf. Okay, so we're going to go around. Notice that I'm putting my cardstock into the corner. Okay, I'm then double inking this shade because it seems a little bit pale or a little bit bubbly. So that's okay. That's looking cute already. So what I'm going to do next is, okay, you want to clean your stamp. You want to put that back, and the next one I'm going to surround it like this. Okay, so really close, as close as I can get, as symmetrical as I can get. Okay, pick that up, and I'm going to change to green. Now this will pick up my card, but only because it's dry. Once my ink is on there, oops, it will not pick up. Okay, so let's do soft seafoam. And my soft seafoam is very juicy because it's brand new. But that looks good. And it actually will dry a little bit lighter when it's completely dry, okay? So we're going to work our way around. It's already looking cute. It's those little tulips in the corner. I'm going to stamp our soft seafoam. And we're going to work our way around. Remember, the same exact thing in every corner and every side, every border. Same exact thing. That's the look that I saw in a lot of the folk art images that I found. Okay. The next level of leaves, I'm going to clean this, and I'm going to put it surrounding the leaves right there. Okay, I'm gonna go right there kind of hugging. And there's gonna kind of be a line there. And I'm gonna do that in the next, in a different shade. I'm gonna do that in my mint macaron, slightly darker. Okay, so let's put away soft sea foam. And let's get out the mint macaron. So, oh, well, we're gonna have to bring this over. The bigger stamp pads are a little awkward, but you know, I'm gonna stamp that again, just to give it some a little darker. See how pretty that looks already with the 2 shades of green. Okay, I may double stamp or double ink. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double ink my mint macaron, so that will be, oh yeah, look how pretty. Oh my gosh, I like that already. And then bring that around, ink. Now you, oh, see, that corner didn't get done. You might find that your positioner gets a little messy, and you don't want any of that ink to ruin your project. Okay, so wipe around that if you need to. Okay, here's my last corner, and I'm gonna stamp twice since I have kind of a pattern going. They're all the same darker mint macaron. I'm gonna do a double there. Okay, so look at that, looking cute already. What's the next thing I want to do? Let's think about this. So here's my smaller double leaves. I am going to, oh, I wanted to talk about finding the center of your square. So if you do a diagonal line right through there with a light marker, you can find the center of your square. Point to point, do a line. And if you really want to find your center horizontally and vertically, just do like a perpendicular line there. A little bit of geometry on a lovely Friday evening. So there's your center, and you've got lines to help you align your center flower. Because what I want to do is put a flower in the center here, but I would like it to be a darker pink. I think I'm going to put my dark pink flower there, and I'm going to use those lines I just found, the center lines I just made, to position it. Okay, I also am going to pick that up with my door, positioner door, and this time I'm going to use Melon Mambo. So I'm going to have two shades of pink. Pretty. Now I do need to repeat that pink somewhere else so that it's consistent. So you see the 2 shades of pink. Let me put this green one away. All right, so look at what we have so far. Lovely. It's looking fabulous already. So pretty already. Okay, so another thing that I can do is get the larger leaves. Now, are these larger leaves going to fit here? If I put them right there, when they repeat in the next corner, they're going to be touching. And I find that another thing that happens with Scandinavian design is everything comes up real close and evenly adjacent to each other, but they're not touching. I saw that. I saw that they don't touch, they don't overlap. Another thing is they're solid images with some detail, but they're not botanically correct. They're solid and they're illustrated. I don't know if I'm describing myself right, but this is a perfectly symmetrical little drawn and colored in tulip. It's not a tulip you would see in nature per se. Okay, Maybe I said that right. Let's put some blue in here. Let's add some blue in a flower. Maybe like a blue here. Well, let's clean this one off because that has to be clean. And take that off of the door. And then I'm gonna maybe put a blue flower right there. A blue flower right there. Okay, let's do it. So this flower is going to be the darker blue, the Pacific Point. Oh, pretty. Okay, so we do the same thing all the way around. We're creating kind of like a, I don't know if it's a kaleidoscope concept, but it's the exact same thing, repetitive, same exact element in every corner of the square. Okay, looking cute. Now, the next thing we want to do, so I feel like I need to put something in each of these spots and then something in these spots. So what choices are there? We've got a little heart. Oh, let's clean our stamp. And put our little flower away. We've got the tulip again that we could repeat here or here. I really like that tulip. Yeah, I really like that tulip there. Let's put this little heart away. Maybe we'll put that little tulip here. You know, we also have a stem. That's kind of cute. So the stem obviously leads out from that flower downward. It's kind of tricky, but don't worry. Just work your way around there. Make sure that's face down. And I think, yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to ink this only to here, so it doesn't touch, because it's kind of a long stem and I don't want it to touch. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's pick that up. We're gonna ink, I don't know if you can see me here. Oops, let's put this away. We're gonna ink the upper part of the stem, but not the lower part. And I'm gonna use mint macaron. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's cute. That's working. Let's stay in our little parameters here. Notice that I'm only inking part of the stick, not the whole stick. Oh, that one's going down too far. Let's wipe a little bit of that. Now it's not enough. Okay. Okay. Whoop, took it with me. Okay. And then we're turning, and there it is. Oh, that one might get too close. I'm going to take some off with my finger instead of, shouldn't do that, but oh, don't worry about it. Okay. See that little bit? All right. We're going to wipe this thing off completely. Make sure that we don't get any ghosts or anything. In our final inking, we're going to look a little bit more closely at this. And ink. Okay, now I didn't get the tip, the top tip. So there. Okay, so that's looking real cute too. I think I'm gonna need to put some lighter blue in there because that dark and light blue is important to get both shades. So we need some balmy blue. Let's get our little stem out of here. And what shall we do about the blue? Okay, so what do you say we put a little heart at each spot? A little heart, a little blue heart. I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little blue heart right there. Pick that up. If you can't get this into your corner, pick up your magnet and then gently put it in the corner so that it's in the right spot. Okay, so we're gonna ink up our blue heart. Very cute. That's gonna dry lighter. Another color that would look pretty there is oh, what is the light blue that we had last year? Sorry, don't remember what it's called. I did not get it. I did not buy it. So I don't have that ink, but that would also look pretty. And this is gonna dry lighter, I think. So here we go. Very nice. Okay, super nice. I think that I want to put something in this spot. And I think it's gonna be another, now I don't know what to put in that spot. If I had an even smaller flower, that would be good. An even smaller flower, right? We also have the very big flower that can be used as a larger focal point. Okay, you would do that twice to get a really large flower in the center, which would be very cute. Ooh, you could even do the large green double leaf, and this, oh, it wouldn't fit on this square. So I was thinking both sides, but it wouldn't fit on this size square. And this is a large 3.5, so we'd have to see about that. Okay, so my final item here, if you had another stamp set with a very tiny little something to put in here. What should we put another set of leaves? You know, just to go with that. Maybe I will put another set of leaves. Okay, this is all about experimenting, seeing where things land. Maybe this blue flower could have been a little bit closer, or a little, you know, closer this way, but we don't want them to touch or overlap. So I'm trying to make that happen. Okay, let's do another set of soft seafoam. Okay, so we're gonna work our way around with soft seafoam. Oops, the little heart away. It's easily lost. There you go. Okay, so that progression of like almost parallel leaves, very commonly seen in the Scandinavian folk art that I looked at. Now, I don't know anything about Scandinavian folk art, but I just saw some patterns repeatedly and thought, you know, and picked up kind of a pattern there. So I'm loving that. Isn't that pretty? I think that if I had a little tiny flower, I might put it in between here and here, here and here, and then I would definitely use the melon mambo. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Thank you so much for sharing, for being with me here. This is the Symmetry set. Very cute. I want to show you a couple of other cards that I made using this set so that you can get some ideas. We have a Balmy Blue card. We have Best Day Ever sentiment. Very nice sentiments on this set. Best day ever. Hey friend, you're perfectly unique and thanks so much. Here's another one. See how you can just go to town with that. Endless possibilities there with the repeating elements of the leaves and flowers. And of course the little heart just sweetens everything up. Okay. I also want to show you some more cards that I made using another color pattern. I pulled out a set of DSP that's called Garden Lane, and I made a Z fold card. There's a fun fold. Okay, I made this one, kind of offset the focal point, and then a nice little sentiment. This one uses the dies that I talked to you about. Stitched so sweetly with some DSP. I used some wood grain embossing folder. Made a nice sentiment there with the little flower behind it. And then we also have this one with a tag. A couple of tags on that one. And finally this one. I used this punch from the Sweet Strawberry, the little flower, and my little symmetrical leaves stem there. Okay, so lots of fun with this stamp set. I'm Crafty Phoebe. Thank you so much for joining me, and please join me in the next video. Take care.